Good evening, team. It's a little bit after 5 o'clock. The market closed about an hour ago. The MT closed at 83, so we're still at the high end. We took some nice profits today. Unfortunately, the market didn't cooperate 100%. It didn't continue to go up. It went down quite a bit in the middle, so most of our stocks didn't really realize their full potential for the day. So we took some profits early. Not what I wanted, but hey, on a bad day, we have profits. It's good. So I'm glad some of you were able to take some of those today, and I did pretty good today. I'm still holding a few. So I wanted to go over. I'm trying this new format. Instead of doing it in the morning early before the market opens, I'm going to do the next day's video and stock alerts when the market closes. It's the same thing. It's the same market before and after. So same setups are going to apply because the market is closed right now. So whatever the setups I can come up with in my scans tonight are going to be the same ones in the morning. So I wanted to kind of do it ahead of time in the evening, just in case any of you wants to do it and wants to review the videos and do the work at night rather than early in the morning before the market opens. You have time. So I'm going to try it this way for now, see if it works. So the NASDAQ, it was up a little bit today, but 3 days in a row that we're up. But if you notice, on decreasing volume. So the big bar was this big day reversal, and the next couple days, Friday and today Monday, were on lower volume. I kind of posted over at night that we were down like almost 400 points on the futures over the weekend, and then I was probably expecting something like Thursday where we had this hammer candle. So we've had 3 hammer candles back to back to back. But listen, we're still below the 21. We're still below a falling 50, and we're still way below the 200. So in no ways am I like gun-ho that this is it. We're going now to the moon. We still have a lot to carry, especially right here over 355, 370, this downtrend line, and then this right here above the 200. Once we break all this area here, let me clean that up. Once we break all this area up here, this area here, then we start looking at, a retest back at the 200. That should hold, and then we could take off. But we have a long way to go before we can let things ride. So that's why I'm taking profits early. I am not letting a winning trade go into the red. No way. So that's why I took profits early on most of the stuff today. Other than that, just because I saw the MT at 90, and once I alerted to you guys, within minutes, the market just tanked. It was kind of like somewhere around here, where it just kind of went down, and then it didn't really do anything until the end, the last 15 minutes of the day, where we had a nice little push. So we basically, if you notice, we basically traded in a range the whole day. Like, it didn't really do anything. We went up, went down, but at the end of the day, nothing happened. So nothing too exciting. We still got to clear a whole bunch of levels. And it's just a lot where to go. So I have a whole bunch of stocks to go over that I'm noticing, just to have a watch list ready, to have inventory in place. In case we do take off, we take advantage of it. And if we don't, then they won't get hit. You have your alert set, and then whenever they do, then we take action. And as the market changes, maybe a month from now, a month and a half from now, all these oil stocks that are coming up in my scans, they'll start falling off, and then maybe some, computer software, semiconductors, and some other growth stocks or retail or whatever starts coming into play. And then my scans will pick them up, and then those are the ones that I'm going to be looking for setup. So my scans give us what's working right here, right now. I'm not looking to bottom feed. I'm not looking to look for anything that's kind of like coming off the bottom and trying to gamble on a pop. Example would be like, let's say here, Etsy. Etsy. Look at this. Once it broke the 50, you're done. It has never seen, even here, even if you draw it here, it has still never seen a higher high. It just keeps going lower. The weekly, once it broke the 10-week, which is the equivalent of the 50 in the daily, it's been downhill. It's building a nice little lower base here. You know, maybe at 160 it could be promising, but at 160 I want to see it prove itself. And then again, most of the time low bases don't work. So something like this, that's just going downhill, and then you get like, you know, what's here, like maybe like a 20-point pop. That's just gambling. I would never trade something like this. If anything, I will wait for this, you know, this little, you know, these candles here to kind of clear. And if you notice today, it went here and it kind of pulled back. You still got to clear like 155 area. But it's still, you know, below the 50, below, you know, you got death cross here. So again, guys, don't bottom fish. It's just not worth it. It's not worth to get lucky that one time where all you're doing is instilling like bad habits and not really good proper trading. Follow a system that works. You know, if you like the stock, wait for the base to develop, going higher, like here. If you would have traded over here at 230, you would have picked it up all the way to 250. Probably would have kind of stopped out at 240. You still got 10 points. Then again, you would have picked it up here, and so forth. Just trade proper base setups. Look at the, you know, the education videos that's sent out there. Follow a good trading system that works, that has a good edge. In other words, you know exactly where your stop is, and you're not, you know, bottom feeding. It's just not proper trading. My humble opinion, based on experience and heartache. All right, so just I want to go over real quick the stocks that we currently have right now. CPG still working. That, you know, it broke the base and it did its thing. Good job, still there. ERF, still have it. Same concept. Broke the pivot. It's working. If it comes back in tomorrow, I get out. That's simple. So letting it work. This, you know, nice little base here. It could take off, and if it doesn't, I get out. I have a defined risk, and it's a low risk entry, and I have an edge because I'm seeing the breakout. Hess was a big winner today. You know, once it broke right here, we took it, and then once it came back inside 100, I got out. Why? Because I don't know if it was going to do this. I had a nice profit. I had a 4.5% profit. I was not going to let it go back inside 3%. So I made about 3.25% on this. It went back above 100, which is great, no biggie. So now I have an alert on Hess above 101.50. So Hess 101.50. If it clears today's high, I'm going to get back in. Anything below today's high is just going to chop around, and I don't care. So, you know, just like here. Let's say you would have taken here at 93 and it came back inside. You wait until it gets back, you know, above it. So, same kind of concept here. You would have taken it at, let's say, 92, and then you would have kind of stopped out here, and you would have avoided all this until you get the break. So that's the concept on proper trading. So, Oxy, I alerted on the weekend video over 40. 43. I did not take this trade because I had already a lot of exposure in oil and gas. But if you would have seen the video on the weekend and you would have had your alerts on, once it broke 40, you could have taken this trade. You still would have been up on the day a good, you know, 373, over 10%. So just put your alerts on and take action. I don't take every single one I alert on. I mean, I put a price trigger on because it's too many. I want to hold my portfolio to like 10 or 12 positions at the most. And then once I have, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 of the same industry, I'm not going to have like 10 oil stocks. I missed this one. I did not take it, but has worked. So, what else here? APA, we have it. I took this trade here. I'm still holding it. It's working. I'm probably going to add to it if it breaks 36.40. APA, still working. TRGP, that's still working. it broke the pivot like I alerted to. I took the trade. That's still working. I'm holding it. If it comes inside today's low, I get stopped out. That's simple. PDCE. I missed this one just because, again, oil. So, but I had my trend line. It gave me the alert. I could have taken it at 60. Look at this. Great move today. So these trend lines work, guys. Just follow the rules. DVN. That one worked today. I took profits on it just because, again, it came back inside a little bit, inside my 3% threshold, so I took profits on it. But hey, I made a nice, I think it's like just about 3, like 2.9 something on a day. I was up like 4 something, and then I did not want to let it come back inside. So I think it was here when we took it. So that was a good one. MTDR. That one from the video, I alerted it at 49.03. So that was a good one. Right there, still working if you took it. Sorry. MTDR. 49.03. 49.03 above right here. So it's still working. So if you're in this, good job. I did not take it. Again, I have too much exposure in oil. And then the other one that I still had that's working, I have 50% left. It's FANG. So that one I got stopped out of 50% because it came back inside, but I still have it. It still picked its nose above the pivot, so I still have it. If it breaks back inside 136, 45 around there, I get out. So I'm still holding it. Let's see what happens tomorrow. So those are the ones that we have that are working. So I have quite a bit of stocks to go over as far as the ones that I have trigger alerts on. So let's go through these quickly. EGY above 6. EGY above 6. Breaks here, I'm in. Okay, I'm trying to go through these quickly. CTRA. CTRA 2373. 2373. If it breaks above today's high. Now again, guys, I went through all these already on my own. I already have my alert set, my trend lines already set, so I have my prices. Go through these as I'm going through them. Put the price targets. Go to your trading software, your platform. Draw your trend lines. Draw your price alerts. Put the price on there, and then if it hits tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, next week, next month, that's when you take action. So you have it. Use the systems to alert you. You don't have to sit there and watching it all the time. If you want to write it down, but put the price alert on the actual system so it could give you the alert as they happen, so you can take action. Don't just wait for me to post a trade. I might not be taking all these trades, but if you see one you like and it's in your wheelhouse, take action. But at the price that I'm saying, if it breaks the pivot, okay? Only high, only buy high. Okay, Shell, 54.61. Shell, 54.61. If it breaks yesterday's high. ABC. ABC, 144. ABC, 144. TRQ, 2120. TRQ, 2120. Okay, right here. SBLA. SBLA, is that what it is? Nope, that's not where it is. I have to go back to this one. ZIM. Okay, ZIM was an interesting one because we SBLK. I'll come back to it. ZIM, it broke the trend line, so I got in, and then it reversed back like immediately, and I got stopped out. Okay, so I put another alert in at 73.31. So I have my alert right here. So if it breaks this little shelf right here, I'm back in. I'm not gonna play with this trend line because I will now want to make sure that it breaks today's high and then these highs right here, because it already fooled me once. It's not gonna fool me again. So I want to see a little bit more oomph and more power. Okay, so it's got to break this little shelf right here now. So my alert is at 73.31. Zim 73.31. SBLK, that's the one I was looking at. I couldn't understand my own handwriting. It's 32.03. I have it right here. 32.03. This was a nice trade right here. Look at that. Boom. I took this trade right there, and I got stopped out immediately. I did not go back to it, and 3 days later it triggered again and it took off. So that's a good lesson, that just because it doesn't work the first time or the second time or even the third time, when it does, it does. I mean, it went from 24.50 to 30. That's a 6-point move on a 24-hour stock. That's really good money. Okay, so again, just because something like Zim, it stopped me out. Okay, I took a little bit of a loss, a 1%, 1.5% loss. So I have my alert a little bit higher, and if it breaks that going up, I'll take it. And if it stops me out, it stops me out. It's a good company. The setup is there. I'll eventually work, and if it doesn't, well, it won't trigger again. It's just that simple. DAC. DAC, I have it at 95.03. 95.03. Again, I'm making the 100 play here, where if it goes to 95, it might go to 100, and then if it goes to 100, it might go to 103, and then it comes back in. I get out, and then I'll take off. So like, even if you take this longer base at 90, it went to 102. What did I say? Usually when it breaks 100, it retests again, then it goes again. So I'm playing for the then it goes again at 95.03. DAC 95.03. WH 87.53. 87.53 right here. 87.53. CIB 37.03. I want to clear this high one right here. 37.03. Once it breaks, see, it's tried many times and it's failed. If it ever does, it will take off, because it's like too many pushes. Eventually it'll break and it'll take off. But I want to see a break. I'm not gonna anticipate it. Okay, CIB 37.03. And again, it's a bank, but it's this, top 20. Not something sexy, but it's a setup. It's a setup. HSY. I'm coming back to HSY from the weekend video. It never triggered. We never got in. So I'm still after it. 205.10. 205.10. HSY. CWK. CWK 2281. 2281. I want to break this high right here. That little base right here. It's a little bit loose. So don't go in with 200 shares on this. Start off slowly, because it might stop you out, because it has wild movements. I mean, 5% move in a day on a $20 stock. It's pretty material. BPOP 95.31. I'm gonna break this little shelf right here. 95.31. Same 100 play. Look at this nice little base here. It broke 87.20. You went off to the races to 99. It never made it to 100. Isn't that funny? It never made it to 100. And then it retraced back. And then it's trying again. So again, I'm playing for the second oomph here past 100. 105, 107. It might retrace back. And then it take off again. So I'm playing this first one, stopping off. It goes back. And then trying it again. But for now, 95.31. I mean, this is a nice move here from 88 to 99. That's nice. Even from this long one back here, 83, kind of call a point, and you got stopped out, then it doesn't do anything, and then you wait, you avoid all this drama, and then boom. So the perfect example. You tried it once, it failed. You tried it again, it failed. Then you wait the third time, boom, you made 10 points. That's trading. You got to be disciplined and persistent. CASCs 72.30. SeaWorld 72.30. If he breaks this little high base right here, it could take off if the economy comes back. Great numbers. I mean, really great numbers. Increasing. So, nice little shelf here. Kind of came to 70. Kind of came back inside. It picked his head. It picked his head. So if it pushes again, it could take off. But I want to see it. 72.30. PBT 1471. 1471. I want to clear this high here. 1471. Got to hit it a few times here. It might come back. It might come back in again. So no trigger. I want to see the trigger. I want to see it above 1471. Okay, great numbers. Look at this increase in numbers. 100% increase in sales and earnings. 146 in sales. MOH 328.16. 328.16. I want to break this high right here. Nice little cup here. There's a beautiful probably handle here. There's a nice little cup and the handle. Early entry will be right here, but I don't want an early entry. I want to in this market. I want it to prove itself. This huge high volume on a down day, I don't really like it. It's down almost 4% today on a huge volume day. So that's why I'm not taking the early cheat entry on the handle. I wanted to break the base in itself. Okay, that's my reasoning behind that. Like here, see, it was kind of the same concept. Cup, handle, and it broke it. But we were in a better market back here than we are here. So here you took it from 316, 317 to 328, and you probably got stopped out at maybe like 320. So you made 4 points, and then you avoided all this drama. So we want to see it, okay? We want to see it actually happen. RHI 121.15. 121.15. I want to break this little shelf right here. Early entry 120 because I like the tight action. Okay, I like how we had a huge volume on a sell day and it was only like 63 cents and it held at 21. Sorry, right here. So that's good price action. So RHI 121.15. BRKB. BRKB, Berkshire Hathaway, good old Warren Buffett, the B shares. Okay, I want to see 325.71. 325.71. I want to take this high here. Nice little cup here. Try it again. If it tries it a third time and it breaks it, you can go a little bit higher. Back here when it broke 300, right here when it broke 300, boom, you took it to 320. So BRKB 325.71. CSC. CSL? Yep, CSL. Can't understand my own handwriting, sorry. 242.71. 242.71. I want to take off this previous high here. Okay? It's building a nice little semi-cup here, a nice little handle. And then if it breaks here, we could see 50 again. So we can have at least an 8-point move, and then I'm adding about 50. So I'm gonna take a cheat entry at 242.71, and then I'm probably gonna take partial profits at 250, and then let it break 250 to add on. Okay? On CSL. And then last but not least, WLK. WLK 111.63. I want to take this high right here. Again, it's kind of choppy. It's kind of choppy and wild, but I like, this last, week or so, it's been kind of hitting. So 111.63. Again, this is the 100 play. Same concept. Once it broke 100, it went to 109, the 110, 112 range. It went back inside 100. Once it broke 100 again, it went to 110. Now it's sitting around here. So now here's the next leg up. Okay? That's what I'm playing for, but I want to see it. 111.63. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it for today. That's a lot. Again, these are not all going to hit, and trust me, if they all hit in one day, I am not buying all of them. Okay, I just have different scenarios and different industries in case they do hit. I will never have more than like 10, 12 positions at the same time. In a really good market, I might go to 15 if everything is working and it's like we're just like printing money. Okay, but I want to manage my portfolio. I want to be able to buy a lot of shares in something that's working than have like 25 shares in like 20 stocks. That's not going to do anything to my portfolio. That's not going to move the needle. Because if I have a 5, 6, 7 point move on a 25 share stock, that's not going to do anything. But if I have 300 shares and it goes up 7 points, that's a material move on the portfolio. So I want to concentrate on good breakouts, good potential profitable stocks. Okay, so a lot of stocks that I gave you, have your alerts set, and as they hit, analyze what market we're in. If the MT is over 90, I am not buying anything over 90. Proven point today. The second it hit 90, boom. Again, it can hit 90 and can stay at 90, 91, 92 for a while. But again, I'm trading math. I'm trading with an edge. The probabilities of continuing up, strong continuing trending up on an MT over 90 are a lot less than an MT at 70 or at 60 or 50, with a nice breakout and with thrusting through on volume. Okay, so we are trading probabilities. We want to have an edge. Okay, we don't want to gamble. We want to have an edge. We want to trade with probabilities and a low risk entry. Okay, I hope this helps. Keep growing, keep learning. Today was a good day. If you took some of the positions and you got stopped out, beautiful. That's great trading. Let's build on that for the rest of the week, and let's have a nice profitable week. And if we have a big nasty downturn, we will be stopped out, and we won't give any of our profits back. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.